Okay, so before I start this video, and this is recorded after I finished recording the video, which is confusing. Thank you, briefly. We've just surpassed 10,000 subscribers as of like literally 5 minutes before I headed out on the bike to ride the 6-hour ride that you see in this video. So yeah, thank you. I just wanted to keep it brief. I'll do a proper thank you soon, I'm sure. These t-shirts will be coming out very soon, so keep your eye on bandofclimbers.com. They will be there soon. I don't know how soon, but like I'm never usually quick enough to get a video out to tell you when they're there. So in case you missed them, I'm just giving you a forewarning. So let's get on with the video. Tomorrow I have a 6-hour training ride. Charlie has cooked this evening a pasta dish.
Creamy mushroom pasta.
Creamy mushroom pasta. Peas, spinach. You've used nutritional yeast.
Yeah.
So it's vegan.
Shiitake mushrooms.
Hello. So the question was actually asked by Lee, who wanted to know, because he does 17 to 20 hours of training time on his hardest weeks. He's super happy with his on the bike training nutrition, but he struggles to understand and optimize the strategy off the bike. On your home camp, would you be able to go into nutrition for each days and how this may vary given the intensity, length, and even time of day of the session, and how can you avoid overfueling? First thing, the overfueling thing. Unless you're like a month away from your biggest race, don't worry about overfueling. Like, I can almost directly link and correlate like fueling, doesn't matter if it's overfueling, but like eating food to feeling good on the bike. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna perform well, but certainly like it gives you the best chance. Today, I've deliberately scheduled the ride to start at 11 rather than at like 8 or 9 a.m. So a lot of us that race in the UK, a lot of our road races won't actually start until like late morning to midday. And because of this, you have an opportunity to have a bigger window of fueling before the race or before your ride. So what I'm kind of doing is practicing that. So I'm not really bothered at all with counting calories. I'm not bothered about making sure that I'm getting enough. That's all I'm doing is just eating. I am literally just eating. And you would kind of wonder where I put it all, because I'm just a 62 kilo this morning, little climber who probably lives off salad. And to be honest, we've hid behind that for too long, because there is no way I do my training sessions on kale and like 100 calorie salads. So what I've done today is I woke up at 6:30. I had breakfast at 7, which was a massive bowl of overnight oats. And if I'm gonna leave at 11, the last point that I'm probably gonna eat is like an hour and a half to 2 hours before. This meal though won't be as big or calorie dense as the bowl of overnight oats. So what I'm probably gonna have, and I'll show you, is a little bit of rice and a 2-egg omelette. Or I could have like peanut butter on toast with a little bit of honey or maple syrup or whatever. All depends what I fancy. But there's only so much I can eat on the ride today. Like if I was in a race and the race, you burn 4,000 kilojoules, you get fed on the side of the road, you got team car, etc., etc. Out on my ride today, I'm only going to be able to carry a certain amount of food. So it's important that I fuel enough beforehand and refill enough afterwards so I'm able to train again tomorrow. But this ride is going to finish quite late in the day. So we're going to have to be on it when we get back.
And a very important day for us. Our workout.
So just got in. Charlie's back. I bumped into you, didn't I? On the descent. So from Llanon down to here, there's like a 15-minute descent, and it's on the main road. So I stopped for a photo, and then someone pulled up next to me, and it was Charlie. But just finished 6 hours. I went through 5 of those bars. I thought I was going to go through all 6 of them, but I must have fueled right leading up to this, because yeah, I was unwavered. Unwavered? Is that a word?
No.
Unwavering.
Yeah,
I was
unwavering.
I was fine, basically. It was quite hard, actually. I'm going to call that the last day of the training camp, because I pressed on the whole time. I really tried to like not venture into zone 1. I tried, not that that's a bad thing, I just tried to not freewheel as much as possible. It's difficult when you got junctions, and we climbed 2,800 meters in the 6 hours and 155k. So all that sending as well, it's quite difficult to not freewheel. So those of you that have been sending me messages recently saying like, how I don't understand how you stay in zone 1, zone 2 on the climbs. That's the easy bit. The hard bit is doing it on the descents when they're safe to do so. But for most of you, I imagine the reason why you can't do zone 1 and zone 2 on the climbs is because your FTP is too low. But it's like the harsh reality of it. Like Charlie's FTP. Well, Charlie's doing an FTP test tonight, actually. Well, Charlie's FTP is like it's not tiny, it's like 2.6 watt per kilo FTP. So if Charlie was to ride like on the climbs, she'd have no choice but to ride, you know, zone 3, zone 4 on the climbs just to keep moving. So you know, I get that. So some Rego on the agenda. Well, you know the score. It's got some nutrients in it, some minerals, and it's got a good serving of carbs and protein. So, I'm getting this down me now. I didn't eat my mum's banana bread that I took with me. So I know I had some before setting off, but I took it with me and I didn't eat it. So I'm gonna have it now. So while Charlie's performing her FTP test, we'll be cutting back and forth between the both of us. I'm going to be making some sweet potato fries. Okay, I may have gone slightly overboard on the sweet potatoes, but you know, we've earned it today. I mean, we haven't earned chocolate, we've earned like 2 tons worth of sweet potatoes. So I've prepared these sweet potatoes, cut them all up obviously, shaved them, peeled them, and we've got smoked paprika, some nutritional yeast, and olive oil, salt and pepper, all the good stuff. And yeah, gonna put them in for half an hour now. Well, that's the only downside, take forever to cook. And I think we're gonna have some of these burgers. These burgers here, I think we're gonna have a couple of these. I'm not gonna be skimping on stuff tonight, I've got to be honest. I am hungry and I want lots of food. I should have probably got some larger pieces of sourdough because my avocado is falling off it. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. It took a little bit longer to put together than previous ones to try and make it a bit more interesting than just you watching me put stuff in my face. That is not a typical day, obviously. It's a 6-hour training ride. Really interesting, just by moving my ride later into the day and like feeding really well up until the ride, and then heading out. I was ready to go, and I kept on top of it when I was out on the bike. And funny enough, like one of the things that makes you feel hungry sometimes when you're riding is being dehydrated. And because I was like on top of that as well, all was well. So yeah, rest day today. It was supposed to be the last day of the training block today, but I got to wait in for a parcel, and I've got a bunch of stuff to do, so I can't afford to ride the bike today. Real life problems. But I will ride it tomorrow. So this morning's breakfast is a whole avocado on 2 slices of sourdough. It's quite a small sourdough, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it. Like, hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in a live stream soon.